Hi, and welcome to Simply Happy Conversations. I'm Narelle King, and in this Simply Happy Conversation Favourite Tip series, Linda, an occupational therapist from OK Therapy, is sharing tips to transition from holidays to school to reduce anxiety and create ease. To listen to the full conversation, head to episode 78, Back to School with Linda from OK Therapy, or check out the recording on YouTube. Let's jump into this favourite tip episode. Welcome to Simply Happy Conversations. I'm Narelle King, wellness and organisational coach and yin and nidra yoga instructor. This podcast will help you create more time using organisational strategies so that you can start to simplify your life and prioritise your health. I'll be sharing conversations with other health and organisational experts and solo episodes with tips to help you simplify your life and prioritise your health. So then what would be your top tips around transitioning to school over the school holidays? Like from holidays to now.
From to now. Yes.
In term one, really.
I know it's really tricky. And I don't know, as much as you can prepare for it, it still kind of hits you like a ton of bricks. And it is in our house at the moment, that's for sure. But I think obviously lots of, which you've talked about, lots of talk and organisation before school starts and making sure uniforms fit and school bags are emptied and hats are available. You don't find and making banana in the bottom of it.
No, that's 6 weeks later, lunchbox that's still there. Yeah, that I'd asked for from the first week. Yes.
Yeah. But I think we have to remember that school holidays are a long time and kids get a lot out of their regular routine. And they're also, they need to build up back to school fitness a little bit. So I think just going back to routine, I find that I'm going to a visual and letting kids know what's happening. So whether it be a daily schedule, which we kind of run at home. For us, we kind of have like obviously a monthly plan, but then every day put up what's happening for today. So this is, what the day is, what's going on, where you're going in the morning, what's happening after school. Some children benefit from the visuals in their bedrooms to remind them of their morning routines. And as you've talked about, like the bag tags and reminders of what needs to be taken to school every day. And all that does is it reduces the demand on children to remember. It reduces the demand on parents to be, have you done this? Have you done that? And if a lot of parents are like me that, work, you get the kids back to school and you're back at work. So mornings are a lot more rushed and you don't have as much time. So it takes the pressure off the parents as well. And it helps build kids' independence by them going, here's my list. I've done all this. So I think routines and visuals is really important and letting kids know what's happening. Yeah, I also think obviously sleep is massive. So getting into good sleep habits and making sure, we have regular bedtime routines, nighttime routines, making sure that that's all working for the child. And diet obviously is another big one. It's not easy with some of our children. So, trying your hardest to get them to have good eating habits. A lot of kids at the moment, as I said, are out of school, fitness. They come home, they're starving, thirsty. So making sure you're, getting good hydration food into the kids. I also think that we sometimes make an assumption as parents and probably therapists that there will be a really great handover from the previous teacher to the next teacher. And that sometimes happens, but sometimes that doesn't. And I think therapists, we really try to get in the face of teachers so that we can say, look, this is what worked last year. This is about this child. I always try and do a bit of an all about me with the child. Either end of the year we develop it together or in the holidays so that can go to the teachers and people that are important and involved in the kids' lives. So I think, making sure that not that we're harassing teachers, but that teachers understand that these are some issues that might be difficult. This is what we're noticing. A lot of kids are really good at masking how they're, what's happening in the day. And then they, have those meltdowns or zone out times in the afternoon. So just feeding that back to the teacher and sort of perhaps, could we have a break here, or this is where this is tricky in the day. So I sometimes as a therapist will, look at a child's day and go, where are the moments in your day that are a little bit trickier? is it recess? Is it lunch? Is it eating? Is it assembly? Is it drop off? So just to kind of pinpoint some of those times as well and putting a bit more support in there. So, and another big one, once we've done all of those million things, is if there is behaviour changes, kind of seeing that as a way of the child communicating that something's not right. So not that they're misbehaving, they're being naughty, lazy, whatever you want to call it, but kind of going, what's going on? Like, this isn't usual. What can I do? Do I need to lean into my therapist? Do I speak to the teacher? And making sure that you're kind of listening to your child through their behaviours. And that's their way of communicating as well. And also remembering that kids want to do things they love. And if that's gaming, then let them game for a bit. If that's playing with their dog, really letting kids engage in those activities that they love and that make them feel good. If that's listening to them talk about Minecraft for half an hour, talk about Minecraft for half an hour, put a timer on it, and just remembering that sometimes they need to be involved in those things they love and that make them feel good and that they're good at.
Especially after school, isn't it? Yeah, that's that time that I've noticed, especially this year, that they really need that downtime. And it was really hard last week going straight back into sport. Sport all seemed to start. It's
absolutely
like, sport, you all need to start in 2 weeks' time. Give us 2 weeks of school and then you can all go back to your seasons. But not last week, because I think that was definitely like the spanner in the works for us. It was like, what? And now I've got to go to sport. And it was like, yeah, sorry.
Yes. Exactly. And another big one that is happening in our house a little bit at the moment is some skills that the kids have previously been very independent in. They're taking a back seat and they're all of a sudden asking for help and can't do it. So I think that just being mindful that can happen when, the stresses on us are a bit overwhelming. And so maybe there might be moments with shoelaces that they need help with. Again,
packing lunches,
emptying school bags. Exactly.
Yes.
And I think that feeds straight back into those visuals is that they, parents will often say, oh, they used to have that, but, they never looked at it. But I think start of the year, perhaps we need to just, go back to it, renew them, make them a bit more updated, a bit more funky, put some better pictures, just to remind that, give that gentle reminder. I don't think there's any harm in doing that.
No, definitely. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Simply Happy conversation. If you find yourself wasting precious time searching for misplaced items and wishing for a more organised life, then you need my 5-minute declutter ebook, the ultimate guide to quick and easy organising solutions for a clutter-free and happy home. Forget about spending months KonMariing your house. These fun solutions are designed to give you immediate results in under 5 minutes. Head over to Simply Happy in the resource section and download your free copy and start seeing results in minutes. I'd like to acknowledge the Wathaurong people of the Kulin Nation on which this podcast is recorded as the traditional custodians of the land. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging.